discussion of truths.
Reflections are fruit.
Herein,
State of the art. Edutalk.
We are your hosts. I am Alexis Parinas.
And Jelay Marie Bansipra.
We bring you a comprehensive discussion regarding the educational issues in the Philippines.
Even before COVID-19 struck and caused problems for millions of families, the country's financial status is one of the top factors that add to the growing education issues in the Philippines. Furthermore, more children, youth, and adults can get a leg up and are thus left behind due to the unfair access to learning.
A 2018 study found that a sample number of 15-year-old Filipino students ranked last in reading comprehension out of 79 countries. They also ranked 78th in science and math. One key insight from this study is it implies those tested mostly came from public schools. Hence, the crisis also lies in the fact that a lot of Filipinos can't read or do simple math.
Indeed, it's clear that is a class divide between rich and poor students in the country. Though this is the case, less developed states can focus on learning if it's covered in their top concerns.
However, the Philippines doesn't invest on top-notch learning as compared to its neighbor countries. In fact, many public schools lack computers and other tools despite the digital age. Further, a shortfall in the number of public school teachers is also one of the top issues in the country due to their being among the lowest paid state workers. Aside from that, more than 3 million children, youth, and adults remain unenrolled since the school shut down.
Now that we are done in crisis in the Philippine education, it is now the time to talk about the education system in the Philippines. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, education issues in the Philippines have increased and received new challenges that worsened the current state of the country. With the sudden events brought about by the health crisis, distance learning modes via the internet or TV broadcasts were ordered. Further, a blended learning program was launched in October 2020, which involves online classes, printouts, and lessons broadcast on TV and social media platforms. Thus, the new learning pathways rely on students and teachers having access to the internet.
This yet brings another issue in the current system. Millions of Filipinos don't have access to computers and other digital tools at home to make their blended learning worthwhile. Hence, the value of technology in learning affects many students.
It's key to note that equipped schools have more chances to use various ways to deal with the new concerns for remote learning. This further shows the contrast in resources and training for both K-12 and tertiary level, both for private and public schools.
Of the world's students' population, 89% or 1.5 billion are the children and youth out of school due to COVID-19 closures. In the Philippines, close to 4 million students were not able to enroll for this school year as per the DepEd. With this, the number of out-of-school youth or OSY continues to grow, making it a serious issue needing to be checked to avoid worse problems in the long run.
For a brief rundown, let's list the top education issues in the Philippines. Number 1, equality. The results of the 2014 National Achievement Test or the NAT and the National Career Assessment Examination or the NCAI show that there had been a drop in the status of primary and secondary education. There still is a big contrast in learning efforts across various social groups due to the issue of money, having education as a status symbol. Mismatch. There is a large sum of people who are jobless or underpaid due to the large mismatch between training and actual jobs. Lack of resources. Large-scale shortfalls in classrooms, features, and other tools to sustain sound learning also make up a big issue.
Budget. The country remains to have one of the lowest budget allotments in the learning among ASEAN countries. Out-of-school youth. The growing rate of out-of-school youth becomes stunting due to the adverse effects of COVID-19. Social divide. There is no fair learning access in the country.
Of course, any country would want to build and keep a standard vision for its learning system, one that promotes cultural diversity, free from bias, offers a safe space and respect for human rights, and forms traits, skills, and talents among others.
With the country's efforts to address the growing concerns, one key program that is set to come out is the free required education from TESDA, with efforts to focus on honing skills, including technical and vocational ones.
Students must not take learning for granted. In times of crisis and sudden changes, having access to education should be valued. Aside from the fact that it is a main human right, it is also impact the other human rights that we have.
Thank you for watching for today's episode.
We hope that you learn a lot from us.
Again, I am Alexis Parinas.
And Jelay Mariban Cipra.
This is State of the Art EduTalk.